Hello lovely viewers, welcome to Justice Recipes. Thank God for His grace today we are alive and I'm coming your way today. It's good to have you here once again. If you're new here, please don't forget to turn on post notifications and like. For today, we are going to prepare moi. The name is moi. Moi is a Nigerian bean dish, and for moi you will need your beans, you need onions, pepper, fish, you need some bell pepper for variety, you need your cooking oil. You know cooking oil can be coconut or any of the cooking oil that you want. You need seasoning, and then of course some salt. But before I set the ball rolling, I have two products here. One is the cassava leaves. This is Jossy's Recipes cassava leaves, especially cassava leaves. And then the second is peeled beans. Peeled beans more or less for our moi. So in case you will need some peeled beans for moi, you can contact Jossy's Recipes for that. Now, before you take off, this is what you do. You get your beans and then you put the beans in water. You soak it in water for 20 to some 30 minutes. The whole idea is to peel it off like I'm doing now. And then once you peel it off, when you peel it off and then you are done totally, by the time you are done, you should get this foam. You should get this foam, and that is what we are going to use for our moi. Now, when we get this, and this foam is also what I've also packaged here. What I mean, this is Jossy's Recipes peeled beans. In that form is what I have packaged here. So once we get our peeled beans in this form, wash with the ice. The whole idea is not only peeling it, but to take off the black spot, that's the ice of the beans, so that you can get it in this nice shape form. You pour it into a blender, and then when you put it into a blender, you will add your diced onions, you will add your pepper, and then you will add the salt and the seasoning. And then the last of all, you are going to add some water. You are going to add some water to it. That is what we are going to use to blend our beans on our way to getting moi. Now with the water, if you are doing it for adults, you need not add much water to it, because you know when it comes to adults and their digestive system, it's a bit good. It's good, and so we can easily digest beans. But then if you're preparing it for children, you would need to add more water because of the delicacy of their digestive system. Yeah, so once we've put everything together here, now we are going to blend everything together. So get it into a smooth paste. We want to check if we have a smooth paste. Well, we are almost getting there. Yes, we are almost getting there. We are still checking to see if our beans is done like what we expect it to be in the smooth paste. Yes, We have a smooth paste now. Our beans preparation is ready. So now the next step is we are going to be adding, we're going to add our vegetable oil to it. You know, momo is basically steamed beans. So it's still sort of, but the only difference is when one is on the fire being fried, sort of, this is going to be steamed. So you are not wrong if you call it steamed bean cake. You are not far from the truth. Yeah, at all. Yeah, so what I'm doing now is I'm mixing the beans mixture with the cooking oil, just enough cooking oil to mix everything together. And then once we mix everything together, meanwhile, we'll put on our fire. Yeah, you put the saucepan on fire. This is what you do. You put the saucepan on fire, put in some water like you are seeing, and then when it is hot, we are going to put our strainer, because like I told you, it's a steamed process. So you put on your strainer, and then you're going to put your ingredients, your products. They're going to steam on top of it, and then we'll cover it for some 30 minutes. If we check and we are good to go, then we are done with it. In the meantime, whilst we're waiting for our water to boil, then we are still mixing our beans. At this stage, for our vegetarian brethren, at this stage they are good to go. You know, beans is a protein. Beans is protein, and so for our vegetarian brethren, once they get to this stage, and then they would want to steam it, that's good to go. If you want to add bell pepper, that's also excellent. And then for those of us who are not vegetarians, we move a step further, and then we add our fish to it. What I've done with the fish is I've broken them into pieces. Yes, so you'd want to add to it. You could just use a bit of the oil to grease the bowls that you're going to use to put in your momo. I've come to notice a couple of people use the polythene bags for the process as well, but I think for health reasons we are better off desisting from it. Or what do you think? Yeah, I would want to know your thoughts or your comments on that. Yes, so we are done with greasing our bowls that we are going to use for them. In the meantime, our water is also on fire. In fact, the water will have to boil. The water will have to boil so that you can use the water for it. Yeah, because if the water is not boiled, well boiled, so to say, it's going to affect the process. Yeah, so we are still mixing our beans. Our momo is very much on course, and I hope you haven't forgotten. You need your peeled beans, you need your pepper, fresh pepper, you need diced onions, you need some salt, some seasoning, and then that is it. Some people want it more reddish, if there's such a word. So what they do is they add more pepper or any spice that is reddish, that they think is red in color. But I don't think this color too is that bad. It's also red, but some wants more. You know, when it comes to food, it depends on individual's taste. So you can't go for thing and then say that is what will go for everybody. Some would want it less, some more. A typical example is like salt. When it comes to salt, you know, doctors will tell us that take in moderation or take less. But hey, some people want it more. So I'm on my for you there. I'm on my in process for you there. Yeah, we are still mixing. And then the whole mixing idea too is also to incorporate in air into some fish. So it's, yeah, we are adding some fish in there. Yeah, that is it. We are adding. It's all adding now. Momo is a real delicacy, trust me. It is a real delicacy. A simple bean dish, but highly nutritious. We would want to check if our water is hot. It's almost boiling. Yeah, it's almost boiling. So we want it to really boil because we need the heat for the dish. Yeah, so we want it to really boil. It's boiling now. That's our boiled water. And so we are going to put our mixture on it. Yeah, our more mixture on it. And then let's give ourselves some 30 minutes. And then we'll come and check. Yeah, so the rest is left with the fire to do justice to our momo and give us a wonderful result. Yeah, now we want to check how our dusting is doing. You see it's coming. I used a toothpick. Use a toothpick to do the check. You see there's some slight dusting on it, meaning that it's still on course, but it's almost done. And then you do same for all of them. Yes, it's just one way of checking if your momo is well done. Don't you love the color? The color is just so right. Yeah, so we still have some minutes to go, but then at times it does happen that if you have high heat, it could be less than the 30 minutes. Yes, so the heat temperature has plays a role in the outcome. Yes, but then the 30 minutes is sort of giving ourselves some maximum time in there. At times it could be less than that. So you are better off getting some good heat so that you have your momo very fast. Lovely people, like I said, once in a while you just come to check some few minutes how it's doing, and in order to check that it's cooked, it has to come out clean of the toothpick, you know. So this is an indication that we have 90-95% cooked momo, and then we are doing same for all of them. Yeah, so yeah, we are good to go. We are serving our momo very soon, so much soon. Yeah. And then another thing too is the water that you're using in steaming. If you're doing quite a couple of them, then when you're done with the batch, you check the quantity of water, then you are topping it up. So that it doesn't escape you, and then by the time you know there's no water, and then you are getting something you wouldn't want to see. So once in a while you check on your water, and then you'll be doing some top up in there. But our momo is almost done. It's almost done. I just wish we were here. We are getting some wonderful flavor at the kitchen, and oh man, it's It's just so sweet a flavor. There's some sweetness in the air. You can see that, oh, it's come out so nice, so neatly, and the children will love it, adults will love it, and everybody will love this dish. Wow. Yes, our momo is done. You see, it's coming. Our toothpick is coming out clean. That is the first indication that our momo is done. It's just like if you're checking for cake. If you want to check if cake is well done, and then you put a stick in there. Once it comes out clean, then it means it's done. So this one too, our momo is well done, and like you can see, it's already so appetizing. Yes, so appetizing. We are going to take them off the fire one by one with our fire put off. I'm taking them off the fire one by one, and then you can eat it right in the bowl, right from the bowl, or you'd want to put it in. That is it for you. Oh, you see, that is our momo for you. Don't you like it? Oh, that is our momo for you. See the texture. Yeah, children will love it. Same with adults. And so, lovely people, that is our Nigerian dish momo for you today. That is how I came your way today with momo, a Nigerian dish in variety. Variety is the spice of life. And so till I come your way the next time, it is love, hugs, and kisses from Jossy's Recipes. And lovely people, don't forget, you are the best in the whole world. Please do well to subscribe to Jossy's Recipes. And then turn on post notifications. And so until I come your way the next time, it's Jossy's Recipes saying bye with love, hugs, and kisses.